Okay, so I know. Well, it ain't really been a while, cause you gotta let videos sit and simmer. You know what I'm saying? Just posting a video back to back to back to back to back, you really don't get a chance to, digest. But so I know I'm late, but I really just wanted to come and tell my Amsterdam experience. So, child, let's go ahead and enter the freak, cause I take notes about each show. Okay, so first of all, before I got to Amsterdam, I did perform with Light Soldier Guillermo um, at his gig, and we did Jack Daniels together. So after that, we got to Amsterdam. Um, First of all, getting into the festivities, there's this spot there called Walk to Walk. Very, very good Asian restaurant. Walk to Walk, though. 12 euros, but it's worth it. Um, and thank God that the things that I really wanted the most were the most expensive. So I really wasn't prepared financially for Switzerland. Not Switzerland, Jesus, Amsterdam. Gosh, okay, what? Yeah, like there were these suede beige shoes that looked like Converses, and they were like 365 euro, and in American dollars, that's like $529. So I said, yeah, I'm not ready. Okay, but we're gonna fast forward real quick and talk about Miss Coffee Shop. So basically, there are these spots in Amsterdam where you can go and you can buy ganja, and I don't smoke, so I decided, well, let me go ahead and eat it. So they had these things called space muffins. They were like €6 or something like that. And I'm about to eat it, and Keisha was like, "Look, you take a pinch of that every once in a while, so you can test your tolerance." And me being the adventurous one that I am, I ate half of it. And that night, our first show in Amsterdam, I was high on stage, and can I tell you, that was one of the most miserable performances as far as I'm concerned, because I felt like everybody on my side of the stage was looking at me. And they were not looking at me because I was doing a good job. They were looking at me because like that, and I'm like, "Oh my god, like maybe what I'm seeing or what I'm hearing is not what's really coming out." Okay, so maybe if I sing louder, I'll be able to hear myself. And like it seemed like my monitor was like extra loud. Like it was just never again. Never again. Like I would like that hash had me so paranoid. And then that night, that Tuesday night, I got into blog TV, and we all were gonna go out, and I got my clothes laying on the bed, and I'm trying to figure out what I want to wear because I don't want to be too cold, but it's like I'm not sure, and I don't want to be carrying a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm like sitting there, and all of a sudden I start hearing my clothes talk to me. Bitch, like why are my clothes arguing about who and what I should wear? And so then I started crying. And then I started reciting movie lines from Why Do Fools Fall in Love and What's Love Got to Do with It. And it was like I was really getting involved with these characters. Like it just didn't, it made no sense whatsoever. Like really, is Hash supposed to do this? Um Skipping over to that Wednesday, that next day in Amsterdam. So I went out, and we, visited, some more shops and stuff like that. Did the show. There's this spot in Amsterdam called the Pancake Corner. These huge ass pancakes. Oh, and the strawberry sauce. Oh, don't even get me started. It was just really good. Made you wanna just like fucking duck walk on your grandfather's grave, okay? And give him a proper memorial. That's just how good that stuff is. And Walk to Walk, don't even get me started on her either. So, after the show, which the second night, it was good because I wasn't high. Was not high. After the show, I bought two muffins. I'm thinking, okay, this is my last night, whatever, whatever. So, Me and Keisha go. We go to the pancake corner, and before I went to the pancake corner, I got me two muffins. I'm munching on the muffin while we're at the spot, and then I go back to the hotel. I get ready, and then we go out because we're gonna go to the red light district. Now, mind you, by this time it's about 1:45 in the morning, and so in Amsterdam, as far as I'm concerned, I've seen them in other countries, but in Amsterdam was the first time I ever saw them. There are these guys that have bikes, and on the back of their bicycles are these little buggy things where like three people can sit. And they pedal to the metal, okay? Like they are not playing no games up in here. And so the main streets of Amsterdam, in the area that we were staying in, they have train tracks. And so you just follow the trains. Well, he informed us that they could not ride the bicycles on the tracks or else they get like €100 ticket. So they had to take the back streets. Okay. Let's back it up a little bit. The night before, you know how when you're kind of out of it and somebody's having a conversation about something that really is important, and then the next day you remember, oh yeah, they were talking about that. Well, I overheard somebody talking about how in Mexico, they just arrested over 1,000 people for human trafficking. Now, 1,000 people for human trafficking. Like, 1,000 people for human trafficking. You're talking about from the baby in the sandbox to the babysitter to the postman to Miss, may I take your order, from the manager of Mr. Would you like fries with that? To the CEO of the motherfucking Pringle stand. I mean, just that is a lot of people to arrest for human trafficking. And how lovely they were saying how they do it over in the overseas over here and things like that. And I'm just like, So mind you, by this time I had already ate that muffin and I'm munching on the second one. Well, this is actually my third muffin. So we're riding through these streets and stuff like that. Now mind you, these streets are pretty much a village. So every time you pass, like, each block at night, to me at the time, it looked the same. Just imagine passing the same light post friggin' 17 times. They all look the same. Like there's no contrast about, unless they turn and when we pass a specific, establishment or something like that. But other than that, all the streets look the same. And I'm thinking to myself, like, have you ever been frightened, like petrified for your life, but really, like, you felt exhilarated all at the same time? Like, I'm thinking to myself, like, what if he in on it? Like, if he just, like, is taking us somewhere and he just turned down a corner and just, like, 45 of these niggas just jump out and just, like, grab us and it's all she wrote. Like, it's a done deal. It's a done deal. You know what I'm saying? And then at the same time, I'm thinking, like, wow, like, I'm in another country. Like, I'm in Amsterdam, for God's sakes. Like, I'm experiencing all this new culture, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm not somewhere where I can be like, hey, can you come pick me up? I'm at such and such. No, I am a 9-hour flight and a freaking 12-hour drive away from home. You know what I'm saying? So we riding. It's like 2-something in the morning, riding these foreign streets of Amsterdam on our way to the red light district. I got my mouth covered up because it's cold, and I start laughing because I'm thinking about, like, damn, what if we get abducted? Tell you, that hash really helped me because that's some scary shit. Anywho, we get to the red light district, and the red light district is around this huge church. The red light district is built around this huge church. Say it with me, blasphemy. And they're like these alleyways, these really narrow alleyways, and they're just like, girls in there, stuff like that, winking at you, talking about, hey, come over here, blah, 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 blah. And me, especially me being on that hash, it still was unrealistic to me. Because I'm like, is this really real? Like, am I really here? And they were really beautiful, and some of them were a little bit low budget. Some of them were clearly from the EBT aisle. This one lady, clearly her breasts were the majority of her body fat, and she was fucking leaning over, about to fall out her goddamn space or whatever the hell it is, because she done leaned over too far. Like, it was just... So, I didn't... First of all, I didn't really have the money to, like, just go and say, hey, whatever. But next time I go to Amsterdam, I'm gonna pick a real pretty one, and I'm gonna go in there and be like, hey, gal, check this out. What I'm gonna need you to do is I'm gonna need you to go to www.youtube.com/alcohol harmony. That's ALCO to the HOLHARMONY. And just check out some of my YouTube videos. I also have links to download my music. I know you got Wi-Fi here in your little horror room. So, yeah, make sure you check that out. I can give you some real nice music that you can, do whatever it is that you're going to do to your customers. I got some High Sun. I got some Seven, and some really nice slow jams for you. So make sure that you do that. And I also have an album coming out real soon. I'll make sure that I keep you posted up on that. Here's my email address, durandbernarmusic@gmail.com. Thank you. And be about my way. Then, this blue light district is where the trannies reside. Like, I can't even. And then there was this one that he didn't even look pre-op. Like, he just looked like he was fat, black, and uncomfortable. And had the nerve to have on tidy whities. And I'm just like, what? Are you even trying to get paid? Like, seriously, what is going on over there? What is going on in your room? Seriously. And then we were walking down the block, and they got, this is still a little village. They got them up, they got them on different levels in the basement, up high, and things like that. There was this one girl, she was black, sitting there with her legs crossed, with this stank look on her face, like, checking her text messages. Oh, hey, you want some? Like, girl, you don't want nothing. You better make them. Honestly, I really wanted to minister to them hookers and be like, there is a pimp that I know of. He don't want your body, he wants your soul. And his name is Jesus up on high, Lord, yes. EBI Shando to the... Okay, like, seriously. He wants your soul. He don't want your body. But I really enjoyed myself in Amsterdam. And that, I've been making a mental note of places that I'm going to come back and visit. Oh, I'm going to visit London again. I would love to go back to Italy. Like, Milano, Italy. Like, don't even get me started on pizza. But yeah, Amsterdam is definitely... And make sure that you save up your coins, because they got kicks and shoes for days. Like, it don't make no sense. So, matter of fact, while I was there, I found me another pair of kicks. Actually, I'm sorry. I got these while I was in Switzerland. And they don't have these. This is exactly why I love being overseas, because they got stuff that we don't have, and we're probably not going to have until it's old over there, and then they got something completely different. We're just now getting up on it. I mean, hell, they done had smart cars over here for the past, 14 years, and we're just now getting on them, 3 years ago or something? Like, it's just, we are so late. So yeah. But that's my Amsterdam experience, and I will be going back. So, um, so far we've been to France, and now we're back in Germany. So, yeah, that's pretty much my experience. I just had to make sure I got that off my chest. Okay.